More members gone. Another era passed.
Oh. A bear? Boku wa kuma, kuma, kuma.
Traitor! We don't speak of her here. You know better than that. Don't you ever think about me?
No.
Don't you ever think about Roman's needs?
To be quite honest, no, not once.
It's bad enough that the girls don't.
How very disrespectful, Roman. That's why you weren't mentioned in any of the girls' graduation speeches.
Tea's burning up, and I'm bleeding from the nose because my sister's cooking a garlic dish that's so strong it smells like we have a garlic patch growing in my room.
And the dogs are barking over it, and that's how.
And the dogs are barking.
Hello everybody and welcome to Morning Musume. My name is Jeremy.
And I'm Jake.
Please forgive me, this week I am a little bit emotionally checked out because this is one of the hardest graduation singles for me thus far, because this is the generation that I started out with. And I vividly remember this single coming out, and I remember how hard it was for me. The next one that will be the hardest for me is going to be Negaki's, but right now this is one of the hardest that we've had to face so far. So it's difficult for me. This week we are reviewing Morning Musume's Onna to Otoko no Lullaby game. This particular single is a callback to the emo era because the last single that we had was a very energetic, very Genki song, and it brought a light of hope, where this one is a lot darker, it's more of a breakup song. And surprisingly, it does have a little bit of an upbeatness to it with the colorful costumes that were introduced. This is the first one where we've seen member colors in the singles, which is going to be a trend in the near future. But for some reason, about half the members have their correct colors and the other half have incorrect colors. Those members being Ai-chan, Lin, Reina, and Junjun. Junjun Reina swapped colors for some reason. Ai-chan had red and her member color at the time was yellow, and Lin's color was more of like a tealish color.
So let me tell you my thoughts about this song. This was a song that the tune was kind of like, okay, it was good, the dancing was okay, the costumes were okay, the sets were okay, but the lyrics were really cool this song. I really appreciated, I think, out of everything, the lyrics the most. There was some sort of cool, metaphorical stuff happening in this song that I haven't heard from Sunku in a while. So I really liked the lyrics of that song. I did not like their main Lucy, Peanuts, white striped costumes very much, but I did love their little fancy China doll costumes when they were standing in the little koi pond of metaphors. Here's the thing. I've been on a real American kick lately. Been watching a lot of American TV, and you know, they just finished Halloween, Thanksgiving's coming up, and Christmas is just around the corner for them.
Oh yes.
Well, I've noticed they have Peanuts specials for everyone who is Peanuts.
Like little nuts?
No, like Snoopy and Charlie Brown and
Snoopy-san.
Snoopy-san. And, you know, there's this one character, Lucy, and she wears these very adorable 60s,
That's
70s...
where it came from?
Yes. Yes, it did. It came from the 60s, 70s Lucy dresses.
Thank you.
You know what's going on? Oh! You wanted some nice white detailing.
I did.
Well, I made these!
But what about our budget?
This is all our budget could afford.
Paper?
Yeah. I figure I'll just safety pin them right here.
I'm gonna disagree with Jacob. I liked the dancing in this song. I liked how it was this like almost tribal dancing with their arms flailing and their heads going all over the place, and then this one right here. I thought that was cool. I loved the line distribution. I loved, even though this is a Reina and Ai-chan led song, I thought it was gorgeous. I love the lives of it where Ai-chan holds her des and demone, and in Dakedo, I love that. This whole song just screams like this is an epic Morning Musume song, and this is one of those songs again where it stands out from the rest. Much like a couple other that I pointed out through our whole time traveling through Morning Musume this year, this is one of those songs that really just stands out from the rest of them. This is the very first time we have heard lines from Junjun and Lin since Onna ni Sachiare, and this is the first time we've heard lines from Aika since Mikan. So this is a huge single for the three of them, and this is a huge single for Eri because she got the last line, and this is the last single that she has with the group. Unfortunately, Junjun and Lin didn't get a lot of attention in the single. However, I think in the music video, I think they got a lot of spotlight, and their faces were prominent through it. And even in the dance, Junjun, Lin, and Eri were all in the front part of the dance during most of the breaks. So I appreciated that, and I thought it was a nice little nod to the three of them graduating off. The whole title of the song is Man and Woman's Lullaby Game, but the song didn't really have much to do with a lullaby.
They didn't say the word lullaby once.
They didn't say lullaby once, but I think that the tone of the song was a man and a woman do this and that, and these are the outcomes, though it's pretty much useless that they do this and that, because it always ends this way. It ends
the same, and at some point it doesn't matter.
And so it's kind of like this ode to children of like, go and find love, find your true love, find your prince, find your princess. But in the end, the reality is that it's gonna end anyways. So it's like the adults having their realistic version of what love and life is and translating that out into children. And I think the dresses almost conveyed that, because the colorful rainbow dresses were like, they are the dolls that are within the story, the ones that are being played around, the ones that are getting toyed with through their emotions. And then you have the adult version in these fancy gorgeous dresses who are standing in the pools of water, who are representing the adults almost, but then still a doll-like form, because they're just the ones that are supposed to stand there and be pretty and do whatever they need to do to seduce and be seduced.
What he said. I have finally gotten to a point where I knew all the girls and all their names.
And now 3 of them are leaving.
And now 3 of them are out, and you're bringing 4 in. I do not like these odds.
I'm sorry.
I have to learn new faces and new names.
Well, you already know one of them. Whoa! Each and every time that we have a graduation single, I have to do a full circle, and mine this week is focused on Eri, because I really don't think that Junjun and Lin had a full circle with their career in Boarding Musume, besides the fact that they got 1 line. That was a nice little touch to their first single. But in the very first single that Kame Eri came into was, do you remember?
So bubble.
Hi! And in that in that music video, they were jumping around in a gigantic pool of water and splashing around and flailing. And so I think that the little pond of water was supposed to represent her growth within the group, that she started out in this big pool of Boarding Musume girls.
Little girl in a big pond, and now she's the beautiful grown-up woman in the little pond. Oh my goodness, that's a good one this week!
Are you being sarcastic?
No, I'm serious. That's a really good one this week.
I thought that's what it meant.
Because you've had some ones that you've stretched it.
Because I really like to believe that there's something in it.
I've got this mental picture of like grown-up Eri in her pretty dress holding baby Eri's hand and walking her through the water, and like sad music is playing!
Gosh. But that's what I took that to be. I wanted to talk about the set real quick. The set was very basic, very plain, very boring. It was just a big white room. There was a second shot with a big black room, and then there was like this mylar balloon room that led into a big corner that the girls were hanging out in. And then there was the pond set, which was the prettiest one in my opinion, because it had all the flowers and everything in it. And they rotated between sitting next to the pond and having it behind them and looking pretty, and then standing in it with that metaphor of them being in the middle of that song, of that plaything tossed around.
That's also a very traditional image in Japanese art of the beautiful woman in the full, regalia standing in water. You see that a lot.
The big white room, I feel like it was nice to look at because there was some blocks in the back that kind of reminded me of almost a playpen, but it seemed a little too basic. I loved the black room though. I thought the black shot was really pretty because they had the lights cast behind them, and then with the dance going on, I thought in general it just added a very nice, pretty effect to the music video. I thought the white room could have used some color, or maybe some actual like playroom stuff.
I've got big plans. I've got sequins on back order. I've got diamonds for the trim. I'm sorry, talking about not having a budget just upsets my allergies. Diamonds. I've got diamonds. I've got sequins. I got some push-up bras for some of the girls.
Oh, we won't need that because the next single is going to be rather energetic.
So maybe I should get sports bras. Who am I kidding? There's nothing to hold in. Jackets.
So last week we talked to you guys about Seishun Collection and we asked you guys about the field and we asked you if you were ready for Eri, Junjun, and Linlin to leave, and these were some responses that we got. Cassie, I really did want Eri to become leader someday. I thought that would have been a nice little thing to see, and even Reina pointed that out, that she wanted the 6th generation to lead Morning Musume.
Killer Kaori 1. I don't think it ruined the song. I get a little hyperbolic when we do MMJJs. So I agree with you. It was off-putting, but it didn't ruin the whole song. I just get dramatic.
Winnie Coco Flip, I think that Junjun and Linlin should have been around for a long time. I could very clearly hear their voices in Maji Desu ka Ska, and I wish that they would have been able to be in it. Though, looking on to the single, I don't know where they would have had a place in it. And I don't know if they would have added as many members, and I don't know if I would be able to handle a group that was just Riho and one other girl. I could not handle a generation with Riho and one other person. I just couldn't do it. So this week we want to ask you our typical graduation question.
Did you think this was an appropriate graduation single? Why or why not? Would you have liked them to graduate a different single, a past single, or
is this one totally okay?
Or was this one totally okay? And how did you feel about their line distribution, or lack thereof, for their graduating single? Let us know
below, and we will see you all next week when we review Maji Desu ka Ska.
For those of you who were with Jeremy through the Riho incident of 2011, I will try to keep him...
I'm not going to call her that name again.
I will try to keep him calm, I promise. And if we have another scandal, we'll have to forcibly graduate you from MMJJ.
Who would you replace? This is my channel! So thank you guys all so much for watching, and we will see you all next week. Peace out. Take him out. Oh. Roman, with these new girls that I'm adding, I'm going to need some really nice jackets. Really nice jackets. Skulls, chains, sequins, I don't. Make whatever you want. But decorate a cactus. A giant cactus.
A cactus?
A cactus. Good luck, Roman.
A cactus? Oh god. Ah! Ooh. You know, this wig looks better on me than it does on him. I see potential. Alright, new girls. It's time to give it your all. I'm sure within a few weeks, Sunku's gonna have you shaking your goodies. Who's there? The ghosts are back!